Hello, my name is Russ Fustino, Wowza Developer Evangelist. Today we're going to show you Cloud Streaming API demo with ultra-low latency. For those that aren't familiar with Wowza, Wowza Media Systems is the recognized gold standard of streaming with more than 22,000 customers in over 170 countries. You can see many of those accounts listed right here. Big names like Home Depot, SpaceX, NASA, ESPN, Yankees, Red Sox, Duke, Maine. So these are plenty of great customers of ours. So Wowza simply is the end-to-end solution for any streaming need, anywhere, to any audience, in any format, and at any scale. So Wowza offers a complete platform to power today's video streaming ecosystem. So let's get down to our content here on the APIs. And first I'll start out with a simple question. Are you a sports fan? I am myself. I'm from Buffalo, New York, a big Buffalo Bills fan. So the first time I went to a game, live game, I remember bringing my radio in and noticing, man, this really isn't live, right? The radio signal coming in is much later, and then later on we brought little TVs in, and now heck, you just bring your phone in. It's all you got to do, and you have everything right there available to you. So that little bit of a delay, that's called latency. Another example might be sometimes I'll go to a bar that might have a couple local TVs hooked up as well as some to the cable. And you definitely notice a difference in the timing there as well. The bottom line here is latency, and the definition here of latency is the amount of time between when a frame of video is captured and displayed. And the big challenge here, of course, is reducing that latency and getting it down to a very low amount so it is very close to real time. So a new trend begins to emerge in 2015. The latency for Apple HLS is too high. How do I make it lower? Much lower. And more importantly, how can we stream and allow viewers to interact with each other and the broadcast? This is kind of a chart of the different types of latencies that we have. You have on the left there, start out with the common HTTP latencies. You can see with the range of 45 seconds down to 18 seconds. A typical example of this might be live events to large audiences. And then we get into the reduced latencies bucket. This is where we have 18 seconds down to 5. Examples of this might be live streaming news and sports. And at 5 seconds, that is the typical latency for HD cable TV. And then we get into the low latency here on the right side of the chart with live streams. Might be for gaming, for example, game streaming and esports. And then you get down to sub-second or near real time way over on the right. Examples might be two-way web conferencing and some of the drones that are out there now, reporting that back immediately. What are some of the cool developer-centric things we can do? If you're building an app or a service that demands real-time streaming delivery, such as those for video game streaming, financial trading, or interactive experiences like HQ Trivia, you need an API that's built for speed. The Wowza Streaming Cloud Service with ultra-low latency offers sub 3-second end-to-end streaming delivery, and it's easily accessible through the API. So a stream target is a destination for a stream. The goal is to minimize the time it takes to display a live video from glass to glass. So glass to glass means from the recording device glass to the glass of the end viewer's screen. So targets can be created through the API. So let's go ahead and get started with our demo with Cloud Stream Ultra Low Latency API. First thing we're going to do is go out to the developer.wowza.com page. Over here on the upper area, you'll see there's a what's new in documentation. Let's go ahead and click on that, and that's going to bring us to our sandbox documentation for the APIs. Bring us right down to the stream targets section, which is where you want to go. And then we'll just scroll down a little bit until we get to the choice here to go ahead and create a stream target for ultra low latency. And there it is. And over on the right, we'll go ahead and copy out a shell command that we're going to end up building as part of this process. And we're going to copy that for now into Notepad. So let's go ahead and bring that up over here, and we'll just paste this in here for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace a few things. We're going to replace the API key, we're going to replace the access key, and we're going to add in a few properties and values down below for the URL stream target. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to do that. So first thing we'll do is go out to the cloud here to go ahead and get our API key. So under your name, go down and click on API Access. So this is out at cloud.wowza.com. And you would go ahead and add an access key in here to go ahead and get that. You put it in a description here. And I've already done that. I've called one here Rus ULL Demo. And there is the access key. So we'll just go ahead and copy that off. Go back out to populate that in our access key right here. And then what we also want to do is, while we're on this page, is go back out to the root here, and this would be our API key. So we'll go ahead and copy that off. All right, so that part's all set, and we'll go ahead and put that into our curl command that we're building as well for the API. So next up, what we'll want to do, if you look at back at the documentation page, you can see there's a few required parameters here. One is the name, the other is the source delivery method. We're going to go ahead and pick push, and for the name, that would be the name that you just gave your key over here. So we're creating the access keys, and then what we're going to end up doing is running this API, and it's going to create a target for us. And then we'll go over to the target page and verify that it did indeed create that. And it's also going to give us a code that we're going to use in a little bit to go ahead and play this back and publish it. So let's go ahead then and go back out to our little script here, and let's go ahead and put in our property name. It's going to be name, and then this is going to be our value is going to be the Rus ULL demo. Now let's go ahead and push that. And the other thing we did want to do here is get out of the sandbox. We want to go against live to do this. So we're going to go ahead and delete the dash sandbox. So now it should just be api.cloud.wowza.com. We'll copy this out. All right, so let's bring up terminal here, and we'll go ahead and paste that in. And execute this. And there it comes back. So here we can see we've got the we're going to look for the connection code in this mess. So you got your connection code, and then you take that connection code and use that in the GoCoder app. Now this was kind of hard to read, so one other alternative you could use is something like Postman to do this. So let's go ahead and bring that in. We'll show you how to set that up. First, authorization. I'm going to set mine to no auth just to make it easy to run here. And the headers, you would need to set up an API key parameter, an access key parameter, and then the content type would be application/JSON. So we're going to paste your two keys in right here that we copied out before into the shell command. And then on the body, basically this is where you put your parameters for the ULL stream target. So we got our demo, and then we have the source delivery method. So now if I do this, this is going to be a post, and here's the actual parameter that we have. So let's go ahead and send that, and then take a look at our results. And this is a nicely formatted list now that you see here on the bottom, which contains all of the information and the response. And then this is the guy we want to go ahead and copy out right here. So this is going to be our connection code. So what I want to show you next then is I'm going to actually bring up my phone here, and we're going to bring up the GoCoder app. And here we have the live feed right in front of me. And what I'm going to do is click on the settings. We're going to go to the cloud. We're going to go ahead and enter that particular code. And what you see is a setting saved successfully. And now we're ready to go ahead and start streaming to our target. So I'm just going to hit the record button here. And let's go ahead and go back over to the desktop. So the first thing I want to do is go back out to our site. We can actually go to the Wowza Streaming Cloud. Then we'll go out to the advanced, and you can see the stream targets. and you should see a stream target there now for the stream that you created. So you know the API call worked because it actually created this, and you notice ultra low latency as well. And if you go ahead and click on that, then what we'll see is the uh, link here to go ahead and test this out with the ultra low latency test player. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll bring it up, and then you will actually see this now being broadcast live. You see it? I go left, I go right. It's pretty darn quick. All right. So let's go ahead and stop that, and then I'm going to go back now and show you one more trick. What I'd like to do is leverage this embedded code and create my own page. And basically, it's pretty simple. You just have an HTML page where you're going to put this script tag in the head section, and then these two tags, the div and the script tag, down below in the body section. So let's go ahead and select this. I'm going to copy this out. And what I've done here is I've created a solution in Visual Studio. That is a website, so I'm just going to bring that in here for you. I did a new project here in Visual Studio. It's basically a new ASP.NET web application. And I put in my Wowza player there, and the next screen just says, do you want to pick an empty one? So I did. And then I just added in to this player a HTML page, which you can see right there. Select the HTML, and that's what I'm editing right here. It's this index HTML. And so you copy those 3 lines. So this is the first one that I just copied over. And then the div and the script tag are right down below. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start publishing again, and I'm going to run this. And then also, we're going to go take a look at what we got going in the embedded player. So this is the app that's coming up. This is the player with the updated preview now. And there you have it. These are run side by side. There's the player, and there's your custom app. We are broadcasting to both locations at the same time. So we saw quite a bit here. We saw the adding of our access keys. Then we copied and pasted those into a script for curl. And then also we showed you how to get at the API through Postman, which is cross-platform. It works in the Mac environment, Windows, Linux. We copied out the connection code, and then we went ahead and ran it to multiple streaming targets simultaneously. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that demo. Thank you very much.